Larry just asked his girlfriend Suzy if she would marry him. He was infatuated with her and wished nothing more than to make love to her. Suzy is the bride-to-be. She knows Larry isn't perfect, but she thinks he is just as good a prospect as any other boy in town. To the outside world, they appeared to be a perfect couple. But late at night, away from the spotlight of the modern world, Larry shows a different side. He experiments with drugs and dabbles in the wild side of life. He likes to get high, and it all started with marijuana.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Let me have that joint.
When under the influence, Larry and his buddies were not model citizens. With their brains fried from smoking a reefer, they lost all sense of right and wrong, and even forsake Coke for Pepsi. When Suzy became aware of Larry's antics, she was concerned. But Larry charmed her with excuses and said it was just youthful folly. And at times in their conversation, he almost believed that he was telling her the truth. But Larry progressed from weed to heroin, and then he turned to shoplifting to support his habit. But addicts are not careful thieves, and soon he was on the run. Caught red-handed by the police, Larry was arrested and had to go to court and face the music.
Then I looked down under his foot and I found this envelope with 6 caps in it. Here's a chemical lab report on it. It's heroin.
What do you have to say, Demelon? Let's see your arms. How long have you been taking heroin?
Well,
Speak up.
About 2 years, I guess.
What about before then?
Well, I smoked marijuana for a while.
How long?
4 or 5 months, I guess. Then I can borrow Phil's car. Down to Greenville. There's a justice of the peace down there. We'll elope, honey.
But Larry, I wanted a church wedding. And all the parties and showers for me, too, and my folks. That would break Mom's heart.
Well, we're the ones that are getting married, not your folks.
I don't know, Larry.
Say, I'll bet we could get some advice from the marriage counselor over at the church. His name is Hall. Phil told me about him. He teaches a course in marriage and family living at the college.
Do you think he could help me with my folks?
Well, it's worth a try, isn't it?
Mrs. Demelon, do you have anything to say?
Yes, Judge. Marty, he isn't a bad boy. I wish you could have seen him before he started this poison. He always made good grades at school. He was doing so well at Mr. Barston's grocery. Judge, he's a good boy.
I understand. Demelon, I believe you acquired the drug habit through ignorance. If you knew then what you know now, you probably never would have touched that first marijuana cigarette. Well, there's no way of undoing it now. I'm going to sentence you to 1 year in the municipal jail. However, I'll suspend sentence if you're willing to be committed to a hospital for the treatment of drug addicts and stay there until medically discharged.
You mean to try to kick the habit?
That's right. They know how to get you over the physical dependence with the least amount of withdrawal sickness. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
All right, so ordered. Next case.
Larry was sentenced to rehab, and he was determined to get clean. In addition, he and Suzy went to a counselor to try and straighten things out.
Have either of you ever been in love before?
Well, but not like this. This is the real thing.
Yes.
I had a chum in college who had the real thing with 8 successive girls. Oh, it's all right if you have it, fine. It's a very important factor in building a happy marriage. Well, come over here a minute. Perhaps I can show you what I mean. What's that? I call it a marriage development board. It represents the psychological distance between a husband and a wife from the time they are born until they die. Better planning? If you two are going to build a successful family team that will last for 40 or 50 years, how long do you think it should take to get ready for it?
After the meeting, Larry thought it was stupid that the counselor liked to play with dolls. Suzy didn't think the same way, and she thought him thoughtful and kind. What Larry hadn't told anybody was, as part of the plea deal, he had to squeal on a few pushers and junkies to make the judge happy. Unfortunately, this meant that the mafia put a contract to kill out on Larry to send a message to the street.
The next time we called on Mr. Hall, we realized how much he had been helping us. He had been talking for some time with our parents, and there seemed to be general agreement that Sue and I...
But Larry didn't know he was running out of time.
Beat it, Duke. I want no part of you.
Don't be a square. What's it getting you?
I don't know yet, Duke. I took plenty to kick the habit. It's my chance, and I'm taking it.
Chance? You ain't got no chance. You're just a junkie to everybody around here.
I know. But they helped me get a job in here. And they went to see Ma. And the doc says that if I...
Doc says? What does he know? Listen, kid, I ain't on the stuff.
Don't ever think I am.
Yeah, sure. Like I'm doing it, see? Main lining it.
Don't it hurt?
Yeah, sure, some. I guess that vein will give out someday. But the stuff costs too much to waste it. Hey, Marty. Here. Okay, here.
What's that?
H.